Welcome to Real Bass Lessons. Today I want to teach you a little Motown song, and we're going to work on the execution of eighth notes. It's a real simplistic little groove. It's 16 measures long, and it's out of this new book here. And I want to teach it to you, and then as I mentioned, we'll work on the execution of eighth notes. And some people say, well, Jim, I can already play eighth notes. I know, but let's just work on it and make it more solid, more accurate. If you can play your eighth notes, execute them just perfectly with the groove while playing the groove, it'll just feel so good. Here it goes. It's pretty simple. Here's the first two measures, 3 and 4, and good again, 3, 4. One more time, 3, 4. Up 2 measures, 3, 4. Good, let's do those 4 measures together. I know you're going to have to repeat it a bunch and learn it. We will do that. Play with me though. 3, 4. Up. Good, let's loop that. 3, let's get my little metronome going here. Yeah, it's about the right tempo. 2, 2, 3, 4. Loop it. Good. Can you hear that one in the second of each 2 measures? You know, that would measure 2 and 4. That muted note. And then it's good. Let's put those together and do them again. 2, ready, play. Loop it. I messed up. Let's do it again. Cool. Now guess what? The second 4 measures is identical to the first. It's a 2-part song. It's pretty simple. So let's play it a few more times. Just loop it over and over. It'll be the first 4 and the second 4, which are the same. 2, ready, play. Good. I'm sure you can hear. I'm not exaggerating it, but I'm playing the eighth notes just perfectly clear. B, do, do, D, and B, do, D, do, D. And maybe even the hardest part is where there's a little bit of space or a little rest. That stuff that goes. Sure, it's always that offbeat after we've had a sustain or a rest. Let's do it a couple more times. 2, ready, play. Good. Here's the third line, which is the second half of the song. Watch. Up 3 frets. Up 3 frets. Again. So I screwed it up. Again. 3, 4. 1. Good. Now you notice it's the same riff, but you want to hold, sustain, and then move quickly. Sustain, quick. Sure, you don't want to leave a big gap in there, and you don't want to go. So you sustain and then shift faster than the music. Let's play that 4 measures again. 2, 3, 4. Repeat it. Again. Good. Now the second, the last line, again, it's identical. So it's really just a 2-part song, isn't it? Sure. Let's try the whole thing at this tempo. 2, beginning, play. Repeat the phrase. Second half. Same phrase again. Good, that's the song. Now I was thinking, I'm always thinking about what I'm going to tell you, and sometimes it screws up my playing. But I was thinking, man, we should just keep doing that over and over. See, I was ready to add the drum track and the chords and make it real cool, but sometimes that sort of gets in the way, and we can't hear if we're playing good, clean, executed eighth notes or not. Let's just do this one more time as it is before we add the rhythm section. Listen for that execution of the eighth notes, nice and clean. If you don't have it memorized, we'll just stop and figure it out, okay? Here we go, beginning. Whoa, lost my little drum. There we go. A 1, 2, beginning. Let's do the whole thing again. 3, 4. Cool, very cool. Now, there's other ways to finger this, but that just felt right. I'm not doing 100% economy of motion, but those shapes just felt right, okay? Let's go to that little, let's add the drum track now on the chords. It's a little faster. How'd you do? You're going to have to repeat it a few times to get it even more solid. Let's do that. Let's just do a little play along here. You play with me and I'll just let it go around and around. At least a couple of times, okay? Here we go. Begin it again. Killer. Now, if it's not just grooving like crazy, well, you got to practice it some more. Slow it down. Matter of fact, let's do it again, nice and slow. No metronome or anything. Play along with me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah. Excellent. You know the groove comes from accuracy of repetition. It's not an energy or it's a sweating on stage, jumping around. Nothing wrong with that, but mainly it comes from an accuracy. That's where it comes from. Let's do it again with the background, okay? Jump in with me. Excellent. You notice how when I added that little solo, it can get a real, I don't know, sort of confusing in there. You say, well, I could hear that. Yeah, but did you notice how maybe the time wasn't as good? And here's what's interesting. Everything else is identical except I just put that over the top of it. And then I took it out for the second one and it sort of settled down. Yeah, you have to work on your own little groove with your eighth notes, make them clear, and then just make them simple and solid while somebody's playing over the top. Let's do it again. Exactly the same thing, okay? It's 3 times through and it'll have that solo the first time and the second time. Here we go. cool, huh? How cool. I love it. This is example 21. They get a lot harder in the book. But they're little Motown, sort of like little songs that allow you to work on some of the fundamentals. And obviously here we're working on chico, chico, da, 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 da. I've often told my students, man, you get to where you can play the downbeats of every measure just perfect, you'll be a really good, solid bass player. You get to where you can play the downbeats and the upbeats perfect, no matter what line you're playing, my God, you'll be in demand all over the place. That's cool. Just work on those solid eighth notes. Repetition, repetition. That's the trick. Fired up.